Hello, Libra, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. If you're new to my channel, I certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscriptions. Okay, so what I like to do is to engage you in a bit of a romance reading today. And basically, in this reading, I like to focus on the situation that you had with your ex and whether there's a way that you can improve things or just simply just to see what energies surround you in regards to that question. Rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, that this reading, as with any other reading, simply will not and may not resonate with each and every one of you out there. But for those for whom this reading is meant, I certainly hope it offers you the valuable information that you're seeking so that you can gain the necessary insight and ammunition to make the right decision. Okay? With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I've decided to use my zombie tarot deck in order to illustrate your reading. Okay? And we're going to discuss the overarching energy that pervades your reading. Okay? And this reading, keep in mind, is valid until the end of May. All right. And then I'm just going to go on and just share with you what I'm seeing in terms of your situation, as well as your challenge, and a probable outcome. Now, we're not going to shuffle up too many cards here to do this reading, so let's go on and get started. All right. So, Spirit, the situation is Libra's relationship or connection with the ex. Is there a chance for improvement, or just convey to me messages that Libra really need to hear at this time? Libra, if this reading resonates with you guys, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share it with others to whom you think might benefit. And be sure to press that subscription button so that you'll be able to receive all future readings of this nature. Okay? Let me go on and just give this a good cut and shuffle so that we can get a good grouping of cards here. Okay? So let's go on and see, Spirit, what is the overarching energy that pervades this reading? And again, this reading is valid from now until the end of May. Okay? Spirit, what is the overarching energy here? Okay? So let me go on. I'm going to select 4 cards here. Okay, we have, let's see, we have the Death card. Okay, and I'm selecting these from the bottom of the deck. We're going to get back to them. Okay, we have Magician. And this is the bottom energy, ladies and gentlemen. We have the Hangman. And we have the Chariot. Okay. So, just looking at this and just making a few general, I just want to make a few general observations here. It certainly seems that, you know, I'm getting here that either you or your ex might be waiting for one another here to kind of direct the course of how this relationship is going to go, or if it is going to continue at all. Okay. I feel that your ex appears to have commitment issues, and this person, as shown here in your the bottom energy, the cards are kind of telling me that he or she will continue to play the field. I see that this person is very deceptive, and rest assured, he or she will not fully commit here. Okay. This person seems to be pulled in several directions and might already be involved with someone else, I'm kind of getting. I feel that this ex tends to use a lot of trickery to get what he or she wants, and I'm getting a strong impression that he or she will certainly try to move things um, too fast, or wants to move things or reconnect with you too fast without realizing the detrimental, ladies and gentlemen, impact he or she might have already had on you. I feel that this ex wants to, it seems like he or she wants to shield you from the truth, from reality, if you will. And to be honest, I feel this relationship, friendship really, has run its course here. So let's go on and just, get into more specifics of these cards here, because I'm seeing, just looking at the predominance of the elements here, I'm seeing mostly this is connected with, I'm seeing water and air sign. I'm getting water and air signs here. This is strongly connected. Um, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, okay? Um, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer, okay? So some of you um, may have dealt with an ex from those signs here, okay? Now, let's go and just synthesize your reading here, okay? We know that the Death card, okay, that's Scorpio is connected with this card here, okay? Again, it represents water, all right? We have the Magician. Mercury governs this card. It connects with air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And we have the Hangman, okay? Neptune governs this card, and it connects once again with water signs. And then we have the Chariot, usually connects with Cancer, but of course, water signs here. So let's go on and just consolidate this into a message here to help you understand the energies that are pervading you, okay, with a more consolidated or cohesive message, okay? So I feel that many of you are certainly transforming, and you're going to go through radical changes during this time period in question. I see many of you, even in fact, desiring to continue on alone or as you are, but you might be facing some difficulties deciding whether to return to this ex or whether to just keep it pushing, if you will. Okay? These cards show many of you will decide to focus more on an existing relationship or perhaps a new relationship, because up to this point, you know you are never going to get what the commitment perhaps that you want from the ex who may have hurt you. Okay? And I feel that this is strongly attributed to the fact that, you know, this ex of yours seemed to have had a very duplicitous type behavior. Okay? A behavior that makes you very suspect. All right? And I feel that many of you will feel it's simply not worth expending any more of your energy on someone who might be connected with another, or in your fact, is connected with another. So while you might make a conscious attempt to reconcile your differences, Libra, either you or your ex might have already decided in favor of a different direction, moving on with someone else who might have or will incite your libido. Or you may decide to move on with someone of that nature. It could be vice versa. Okay? However, though, you're going to certainly have to make a crucial decision here. It's decision time, and a lot of you are really vacillating quite a bit here. I see someone perhaps appearing to you who they appear to be wearing a uniform or some sort of attractiveness is going to draw you to this person. I'm kind of getting. I feel that he or she dresses very nicely, and you're going to feel he or she might even be Mr. Right here. So this seems to be someone new here. I'm kidding, kind of getting. All right. Now let's gain more insight, ladies and gentlemen, into your situation, just to get more acquainted with what the cards have to say to you in regards to your situation and what challenges you might face. okay, during this time period in question, as well as a probable outcome. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go on and select four more cards here. Okay, we have the Fool. All right. We have the Three of Cups. These are some amazing, gruesome looking cards, huh? We have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Two of Cups here. All right. So let's go on and just make a few general observations here first to just get a sense of what's happening here. Okay. So I certainly see that there is a strong potential for even a marriage proposal, or someone might try to convince you that they've changed in some way. However, I'm kind of getting, particularly with this ex, the understand that this ex is very fickle and is involved with others, okay? In fact, I see at least three more additional people um, whom he or she is dealing with, whom he or she might be dealing, okay? Many of whom seem to be either bisexual, I'm getting gay, or either gay, okay? He or she, I'm getting here is a very, very smooth talker, a Casanova Nova or a type Jezebel type person. And this person certainly knows how to feed your ego to get exactly what he or she wants here. So I'm sure some of you already know who this person might be. However, in ordinary parlance here, he or she is a person that also breaks promises, okay? But it seems that as soon as you just forget these things because you love this person a lot, or this person just simply tells you whatever you want to hear. Okay. I feel that this is it seems like it's a 20-80 type person, you know? The person, if they even put in 20% of any effort, you're putting in more, I'm getting. Okay. Now let's go on and just hone in and kind of give you more of a story of what I'm seeing here in terms of your situation here. Let's start off with this Fool here because the Fool is your situation, okay? And the Fool represents an air sign, okay? Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. And Uranus governs this card. So I feel that some of you might not be that serious about resolving your situation, or you have yet to really grasp the impact of what really caused the situation, okay, or separation. I feel that although many of you, I feel that although you've pondered the thought of kind of returning, and some of you might have already taken action in that direction, I feel you are once again vacillating and wondering whether you should return to this person or whether you should consider moving forward with someone new. Okay? At this point, the only feasible option that I'm seeing is that you go with the flow, if you will. Your situation calls for you, Libra, to take a risk and to do what you feel is best for you, despite what direction you decide taking. It represents, Libras, an act of faith. But keep in mind, the fool is also known to make haphazard decisions. Okay? Without thinking things through, ladies and gentlemen, which often presents you or prevents you from learning from your own mistakes here that these cards are kind of suggesting, or this card. Therefore, it would be key that you evaluate your pros and cons to see if the cons outweigh the pros. And if they do, this X isn't for you. Okay? Now let's look at the challenge that your situation or that you might be up against here. You know, you have such a very positive card as a challenge, but this card is this is a positive, somewhat of a positive card, but when this card is challenging you, ladies and gentlemen, okay, it's telling you that really when you decide to embrace your situation, your challenge is to really learn how, ladies and gentlemen, to express yourself a bit more emotionally, to work as a team, right? Really. And for many of you, you are being challenged to avoid overindulgence of any form, to include, ladies and gentlemen, but not limited to excessive use of drugs, okay? Alcohol and various other intoxicants that alter your consciousness. You are challenged, Libras, to relinquish self pity and promiscuity, to stop wallowing in your own emotions, okay? To stop being selfish and unfaithful. You are being challenged to get rest that is required, and perhaps some of you have not been doing so. And challenged, perhaps, for those of you who might have addiction issues, to seek counseling, to seek a program to help you combat the situation moving forward. So these are things that are going to be challenging not only you, but perhaps the person, this X here that I'm kind of getting. All right. Now let's look at your probable outcome here. I selected these last two cards to represent your outcome. We have the Wheel of Fortune, okay? And we have the Two of Cups. So we all know what the Wheel of Fortune is asking you, are you willing to jump on this wheel and take another risk again? This is connected with fire signs. Perhaps taking another chance with a fire sign, all right? Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This Jupiter governs this card, okay? And then you have that Two of Cups here, which connects once again with water signs here. And this card is all about a decision, okay? So just put these two cards together is certainly suggesting that you're going to have to take a risk, but you're going to have to make a decision, but a risk is involved, okay? I'm feeling that you have multiple exes. A few might be older and some might be younger here for many of you. Understand that new doors are certainly opening for you, but realize you can't go back to the way that things were. Someone has to change. Your ex definitely either wants you back or wants to either perhaps establish a platonic friendship or to just simply resolve issues between the two of you. Either that could be how you're feeling or how your ex, or it could be just how both of you might be feeling, okay? So while reconciliation is highly possible, you're going to need to make a decision or make some compromises before reconnecting, ladies and gentlemen, in good conscience, okay? So that concludes that aspect of your reading here. So now what I like to do is to give you some indication and some messages on how you might transform your life by simply letting go, ladies and gentlemen. And keep in mind, if this reading is resonating, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with others to whom you think might benefit, and be sure to press that subscription button so that you receive all future readings here. So with that said, I'm going to go on and just shuffle up here and select 4 messages here to help you identify what it is that you might need to surrender in order to transform your life, particularly during this time period in question. Keep in mind this reading is valid until the end of May. Okay? All right, let's see what we have, Spirit. Okay, it's telling you up front, it's time that you surrender unhealthy relationships And perhaps if this relationship with this ex has been very toxic and unhealthy, why even consider going back to it? So let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or even, in fact, toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. Next message. It's time that you surrender defensiveness. Understand that a defensiveness, Libra, is a sign of weakness. In order to communicate in a more empowered way, you might consider staying centered and hearing someone out, then offering a more clear and non defensive response. Next message. Surrender your attachments to results. Okay? Understand that the formula for success is to really simply do all that you can to make things happen. Then you just got to let it go or let go of the results. Because holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. And usually it does. And last message with these cards, okay? It's time that some of you might want to get more in tune with your spirituality. Surrender to prayer. Give yourself over completely to prayer, ladies and gentlemen, because when you pray from your heart, you're certainly going to be heard throughout the universe, and answers and support will, in fact, arrive. Okay? So, in conclusion today, Libra, what I like to do is just to leave you with 3 messages on how you might continue to be a bit more loving, okay? And to be a bit more resilient and to offer kindness to those with whom you come into contact, okay? So let's see here. Spirit, give me 3 more messages here to just share with Libras in closing. And Libras, keep in mind, if this reading is resonating, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with others to whom you think might benefit, and be sure to press that subscription button, okay? So let's see what we have here. 3 messages in closing for Libras. All right. Libra, divine love is limitless. The call is to keep love flowing in all directions. I'm hurt, and still I love. I feel offended, and still I send you love. I'm heartbroken, and guess what, Libra? And still I love. Next message. Understand, Libra, that you are healing. We're both static and moving in every moment, living and dying. We are pure light, and we cast shadows. Parts of us are ramping up their resistance before they come into balance. There are places in us where we are bound and blind. And there are places where indestructible light beams shine. We are multidimensional and interconnected beings. And so our healing will never be a linear process. Go at your own pace. And last but not least, Libra, it's this simple. Just truly, deeply intend to be loving. And then ask your heart for help to be that. And then do what your heart says to do. Okay? So, Libra, what I like to do in closing out this reading here, because I know that you have multiple exes, okay, who may be in your energy. So, what I like to do is to pull 20 letters from this bag here to help you identify perhaps the ex or the exes that you might want to be a bit around, whom you might want to be a bit more vigilant, okay? And this ex may not have your your best interest at heart here, and perhaps that can help you make your decision as to whether to return to this person or not. Should your name appear here within these tablets, it means that you're kind of being your own worst enemy here. Okay? So Spirit guide me to the correct 20 letters to help Libra identify the X or X's around whom they might want to be a bit more vigilant. Okay? Around whom. Thanks. All right. Okay. So we have a T, an A, an N, a T, an F, an E, an R, an N, another N, G, an O, another E, a T. And we have a blank tablet, which means, Libra, you can select any letter of your wish, okay, that you wish to use here if it would create a name for you, okay. We also have a U, okay, we have an M, we also have, hold on one second, guys. We also have an A. Okay, let's see how many letters we have. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. So we need 3 more letters. And again, these are the letters to help you identify the X around whom you might want to be a bit more vigilant. And this X probably does not have your best interests at heart. We have an N, an A, and last but not least, we have an I. So I'm going to call them back to you to make sure that each and every one of you has them. We have the blank tablet here, which of course you can insert whatever letter you'd like to, if it would make a complete name for you. All right, we have 3 T's. There are 3 A's. There are 4 N's. All right, a U, 2 E's, an M, an F, R, G, O, and an I. Again, all of these letters may not resonate for all, but keep in mind the overarching message that I've shared with you. Okay, so I'm going to go on and close this reading. Thanks a lot for each and every one of you for viewing. Should you wish to have a more personalized reading, you can certainly access my website to schedule your reading there, or you can send an email to the email addresses identified within the description box. Thanks for viewing and have a nice day.